Alright, gonna get started here. That opening song was Fight the Night by Crush 40. Played that game some today. Like it a lot. A lot more than I used to. But anyways, yeah, tonight's gonna be a weird one because we've got a game here that very, 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 very few people have ever bothered to play, and even fewer have walked away from it with a good impression. Yeah, we're doing the arcade game Sega Sonic the Hedgehog. Before we start, uh, one question you might have for me is, hey, the VOD for last time never went up. What the heck? Uh, with that, there's good news and there's bad news. The good news is that I've fixed the problem with some of the VODs getting really desynced. The bad news is I fixed this problem after the stream last time. So, and a stream as perfect as that one, I don't want to be subject to these massive, audio desync problems. So, I'm going to cut it up, post it, once I fix all the audio, and then I'll probably turn that one into a highlight, because that one was the first stream that, I could tell immediately was highlight worthy. This is one an actual game in the Sega Sonic arcade lineup. Huh, I guess that's true. He doesn't really have a whole lot of other arcade appearances, and the other ones are like Waku Waku Patrol Car. So, yeah, I have quite a bit planned for tonight. First thing, first thing on the agenda is, of course, Sega Sonic the Hedgehog. And then after that, I'm going to be talking about some of the weirder arcade cabinets that exist. Sonic the Fighters is an arcade game, but it was long after this phase, yeah. We'll get to Fighters. That'll have its own stream entirely. We'll just play as much of Fighters as we can stand and get it all over with in one go. Any drop frames yet? No, actually. Huh. We're gonna really hope that things go smoothly this time, because last time things were the opposite of smooth. But either way, there won't be an issue, because I fixed the problem. VODs should no longer be getting extremely out of sync. The issue is that I was relying on Twitch. To archive. And I should not have been relying on Twitch to archive this stuff. At all. So, what I did was I just straight up turned on the make a local copy of streams that I wasn't aware was even off to begin with. I don't remember turning it off. Maybe it's off by default now. Maybe that changed in an update, but I don't know. Either way, I fixed it. The VODs should be good now. From now on, though, I still gotta fix last week's. So I'll probably start on that tomorrow. So, thought I was playing Symphony, though I was playing Symphony earlier. It seems the disc is messed up. Sometimes those CD hallways, the ones that mask the load times, lead to a crash. Also, some of the dialogue is giving. Oh no! Oh, it's always a shame to see a copy of Symphony go down. Especially since that game's really expensive. Two things that I can suggest. One, if you aren't super attached to playing it on the original hardware with the original disc, it's available on the PlayStation Network, on the PS3. It's just a solid way to play it. It has the original audio and everything. That's the way I'm planning on streaming it. Two, consider getting it resurfaced once game stores or, CD stores start opening again. Because resurfacing can do a lot to fix a broken disc. Also, worth noting, if you hear a small buzzing sound in the background, that is my fan. It is currently hot as fuck in my room, and I need it. I have it sort of pointed away from me a little bit so that I can still kind of feel the breeze, but it's not on my my headset. But if it ever ends up being a nuisance, do tell me. Probably won't be anywhere near as big of a nuisance as my chair. Honestly, this chair is really fucking loud. But yeah, time to get MAME started. Um, this game is weird. And I don't think I need to say that directly. It's a fucking bizarre game. Can I... Let's see, what's the best way to capture this? Like this? It's a funny part where it went into the store for the first time. Librarian stores where the skipping had it worse and the shopkeeper paused for 30 seconds before talking again. I had a very similar experience with Spyro 2 on PS1. My copy, all of the you know, voice acting is really choppy and weird and broken and cuts in and out at random. I had one moment where I was talking to the one of the guys in Colossus, the monk dudes with like the Yeti, and he was saying the ending line of the stage, which is, looks like that Yeti was all bark, 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 haha. And then instead of saying it, he goes, looks like that Yeti. He cuts out, and then it does the Yeti scream. And I laughed so fucking hard. Gotta love PS1 games and their audio skipping. It's great. Just gotta love disc games in general. You know, Blu-rays don't do it anymore, but it's always amazing to get home a weird, like, busted up PS2 game and get some nasty shit happening. But yeah, let's get into the game. Worth noting, I can't use a controller for this. I tried my fucking best to get this game to function with a controller. It does not. It does not by any stretch of the imagination function with a controller. Second, this game barely functions with keyboard. I'm not going to buy a trackball just to play this game because it's not good enough to warrant that. But at the same time, this game does not want to be played with anything else. It's really loud. Okay, let's fix that. MAME, drop that down quite a bit. I remember the disc skipping last time I played Symphony, but the game itself always worked. I was gonna live with the audio skips, those crashes were becoming frequent. It's a shame when a game as difficult as Symphony crashes, especially in the bridge between areas, because there are typically no save points in those areas. Like, none. So you are, at most, like a 5-minute walk away from a save point, and that's if you skip all the enemies. But anyways, we're gonna start here. Getting it to change characters is fucking impossible, by the way. You just have to mash and hope. We're gonna play as Ray. Because we've seen Mighty, we've seen Sonic, we have not seen Ray. Let me know if the audio was good, by the way. This game's a little tricky to get in and out of, so I have to know. Audio's fine? Good to hear. So yeah, if you've never played this game before, like most, it's a running simulator, basically, but it controls really awkwardly. There's always something chasing you down the screens. Eggman, I don't read Japanese, please. It's worth noting that the way the game is set up, it's really hard to get the character to run in a straight line. Ray's baby cries are really worrying. Eggman, I hate you in particular, whoever you are. It's true, though. At this point, Ray is a literally who. Like, actually, at all points, this is his only appearance before Mania. However, fans really like him, from what I can tell. But yeah, this game decided to make a fast arcade game by making it so you literally, you can't stop. If you stop, you get hurt. I figured out what the bonuses were earlier for getting a certain amount of rings. It's more rings, so your score in this game is how many rings you pick up. Which is worth noting that by default, the high score is 1,000. And I don't know how they got that high. How this game had like a prototype Tails and Knuckles and Ray and Mighty. It's true. It's really weird, but it's true. This game was released in what, 93? Which means it was being developed, you know, 92. So probably around the time Sonic 2 released. And they probably totally could have added Tails. I mean, Knuckles didn't even exist when this game came out. But... oh, come on. Destroying these snow mounts by jumping into them gets you a bunch of rings. That's enough of that, Ray. But yeah, they totally could have included Tails if they wanted to, I feel. If there had been any internal consistency at Sega at the time, but it didn't appear that there was. As we can tell from other games, you know, Sonic CD and Sonic and Knuckles being prime examples. Oh, oops. Dying doesn't get rid of your score, by the way. Unlike every other Sonic game. Shit. These controls are really tough, by the way. If you've never played this game, which I'd imagine, you know, most haven't. Because I never learned my lesson, beat Dracula's Curse again with Grant. Oh my god. Masochism right there. It's the game I can't escape despite how much it pisses me off. By the way, just a fair warning, my stream is only in 30 FPS, so you can't see what's on his monitor. It's a black and white flashing image of the next stage, and it is horrible. So consider yourself lucky you literally can't see it. Right. Ray, I just want you to walk in a straight line. Oh, okay. It just kind of killed me there. So notice how every time I try to turn around, they have that animation that moves me slightly forward first. That's going to become important for later. I can't imagine this game was a big hit in Japan back in the day because of the issue I'm about to, or we're going to see later. Let's just say there's a point at which this game becomes unbeatable. Without spending, like, I think probably what's about the equivalent of $5 and change on it to brute force your way through an area that doesn't work. The only thing I don't have is Trevor alone, which will happen, which won't happen because Doppelganger, yeah. Honestly, good luck with that. Trevor's really, like, inept at fighting some of the late game bosses. You need the other characters. Like, man, he's not great at fighting Dracula. found that out when fighting death without Saiba or Alucard. Okay. Notice how much I'm having to adjust. I was hoping to get over this by using a joystick, but no. The joystick somehow works even less. Speaking of not working, these things don't really work. Oh no! Wait a minute, when did I... What was that sound? I didn't collect any rings. Fucking actual mines in this ladder. What? Yeah. Gotta love Ray's whoa! Noises, they're great. I think the gears destroyed the boxes, just had rings in them. Oh, that would make sense. Which stage are we on to? Oh, it's this one. Oh, it's this one. Oh. God, that hurts my face every time it happens. Fuck. Fuck. Once you get caught on one ledge, man, it's over for you. It's worth noting that this game is multiplayer. Although I'm not certain anyone has ever played it like that. Oh my god. Okay, so yeah, this is the game's one boss. And it does not work with this control setup. We're gonna be dying quite a lot. Come on. Ray, please. There we go. I saw a video of the free player. It's even more of a mess. Holy shit. You know, it'd be really neat if they gave this game a Switch release. Fixed, of course, with, without trackball controls. But just have it be like a game structured exactly like this, where you're encouraged to play with your friends. I feel like, you know, for a few bucks, people would buy that. And, you know, Ray and Mighty, people know who they are now, because they're in Mania. Anyways, welcome to the most broken level in the game. And I say this, assuming what it's like on the actual arcade cabinet as well. Not just running through MAME with a suboptimal controller. You can destroy these guys' little, like, huts to release a bunch of rings, which I think is pretty neat. What even happened there? Imagine this with air bubbles. Yeah, no thanks. With the frantic 3-player mode. Alright, now I know what you're thinking. Hey, this doesn't look that broken. Like, what? How is this the most broken level in the game? And to that, I say, wait till we get to the top of this fucking rock climb. First off, we've already established that it's impossible to run in a straight line in this game. See that little turning around animation? Notice you respawn facing the camera. So if the game respawns you on a ledge, you just immediately walk into the water. Thank God, it took me like 17 tries earlier to get through that part. By the way, there's another one. And this one was the worst one, by far. Nope. Ray, please jump. Another thing to note, you are locked from jumping during the like stuck on a ledge animation. And constant run bone doesn't help, but yeah, this was hell even with the trackball. I can't even imagine this game with a trackball, honestly. Hey, we got a ring bonus, that's something. But yeah, that stage is why. The fact that there's like that turning around animation that just drops you in the water half the time, and the fact that you get locked out from jumping when just standing near the edge of a platform, which is that entire area, like holy shit. Anyways, here's the final level. Oh, come on. Which, yeah, no, it's only 10:30. I started streaming, like, what, 15 minutes ago, and we're already at the end? This is why I planned other things for tonight. When I was testing this game, those, like, the buzzsaws broke out on top of me. Okay. Ray, please. There we go. If I ever make a sub sound, like, you know, the sound that plays on stream if people sub to me for whatever reason, it's gonna be Ray's, like, almost falling off the ledge noise. Oh my god. Removed lead guitar from the track, sounds like a completely different song. Really? I can't really hear. Oh, Chunu? Yeah, exactly. Alright, yeah, we've arrived at the end of the game. Yeah, this is the big final boss. Here we go. Oh my god, I actually made it! Do you see how fucking close that time limit is? That's it, that's the game! If you fail to make it out of that, you get a game over screen and the game boots you to the title screen. Not even kidding. It doesn't show you the ending. Meaning you can get through that fucking water level and then not be aware this is coming and immediately like, oh, okay, I have 0.1 second of spare time. I guess I just have to run for it, and if you don't make it, you get to do the whole game again. Not just that, there's an exclusive screen with big text saying you failed. Yeah. If anyone's seen a full playthrough of this game, they probably saw that screen. Because it's really hard to make it through that. You have to ignore the rings and not let them influence your route at all. And on top of that, getting into the door at the end itself is just impossible. Imagine there being an actual arcade, like, holy shit, I got 1 credit clear, what? And then they fail to escape the building. Oh. Hey, we made it on the leaderboard! It doesn't matter. We're 9th. Yeah, there we are. Ah! But yeah, that was it. That was Sega Sonic the Hedgehog completed in 27 minutes. That was it. That was the whole game. That was the main event for tonight. Sonic Fighters also has a very stressful timed ending that boots you out if you lose. Yeah, isn't it a boss fight? I remember it being really hard, and I don't think I've ever accomplished it. It's like, it's Eggman, right? What was it about Arcade Sonic and doing that? What was it about arcade games in general and doing that? Arcade games are really, like, ones that are meant to be sat down and played through are always the cheapest shit. Yeah, it is Eggman. Yeah, he's got, it's the Robo suit with the Walmart, like, pincher claws. I fucking remember that. Yeah, no, like, all arcade games are like this, you know. They're designed to be as cheap as possible to suck your quarters out. The thing about Sega Sonic the Hedgehog is it's not even fun in this process. Hold on, this isn't censored. What? Or not censored, centered. We're gonna remove that. That's not censored. Or centered. There we go. That's centered. Eggman is so desperate to kill Sonic that he'll go down with this exploding space station just to make it happen. Okay, so now that we're done with the main event, I can't fucking believe we finished it so quickly. We're gonna go ahead and we're gonna take a look at some of the weirder Sonic arcade games. Let's see. We are looking for, holy shit, they did a Sega All-Stars Racing arcade game? I mean, granted, that kind of fits, but I don't know. That's weird. Let's see if I can find. Let's see what's CR Sonic. I found a page on the Sonic Wiki that's. What the fuck? It's a pachinko machine, but it has cutscenes from Sonic Adventure 2. Here, we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna throw up the desktop view. Oh, that can go away. Is this like an... Yeah, I didn't know this was a thing. Shout out to Classic Sonic Sat AM. Well, it didn't have a clear name, being called CR Sonic. It was released only in Japan, but ran on Sega Naomi hardware, basically an arcade version of the Dreamcast. Okay. Being based on SA2, it seems to have a lot more new content with some new stages looking more like a classic Sonic game using 2D sections. Not to mention, seems to make a lot of use of the Chaos Emeralds anyways. Let's have a look at it. What the fuck? We're gonna go ahead and pop this into theater mode. Okay. So what is this? Here, let's actually, we're gonna go to the wiki page here. Let's see if we can find a picture of the cabinet. Yeah, it's a pachinko machine. So this is what the cabinet looks like. Can I just say, pachinko is the worst fucking game ever invented by humans, and I wish it never existed. Yeah, so it looks like, you can hit spots to light up the Chaos Emeralds, and if you light all 7, that's like a big jackpot or something. It looks like it gives you images from the game for doing well in pachinko, which is very odd. This is apparently all the videos ripped from it. Look, you can win a Sonic plush. That's cute. Exciting Sonic! It's good shit. Reminds me of the Ace Attorney Pachinko machine, which animated most of the events of the first 3 games. It was all original animation, too. Yeah, why? What is up with all this shit and being exclusive to Pachinko machines, you know? We get exclusive SA2 content in Pachinko machines. We get exclusive Phoenix Wright content in Pachinko machines. Konami even made a Pachinko machine based off of Metal Gear Solid 3 that remastered all the cutscenes. And never released those cutscenes separate from the pachinko machine. Like, what the fuck? Why is it like this? Despite being, you know, a pachinko machine is very well produced and actually presented everything seriously. What the fuck? Can we see maybe some of the not advertising stuff? What is this? Just what? Okay, so it looks like it randomly puts you into a section of the game and you get to interact with it a little bit, I think. It's fucking King Boom Boo! Okay. What? Good to know he's called he's still called Egg Golem the Golem, yeah. Let's see. The rest of CR Sonic here, it doesn't please yeah, it's just footage, it looks like. No thank you. So this one's Sega Sonic Bros, which if I remember right, was actually lost for a really long time. Until someone found a cabinet of it. Here, it looks like they had an explanation of it at the beginning here. Oh no, they didn't. If I remember right, it's just like a sort of a Puyo style thing. Yeah, it's kind of weird. It features yellow Sonics. Let's see if we can... Yeah, it's 3 different colored Sonics. It's really odd. Like, this is another, like, arcade game that is using modified Tails, what would become Tails and Knuckles, and it's really weird. Like, the idea goes back really far. But anyways, yeah, this is Sega Sonic Bros. It's very similar to Columns. Yeah, it's Columns. More so than Puyo. Why does a pachinko game have a genuinely terrifying depiction of an incident involving murder and trauma? It's true, the true origin of the Blue Spear music? That's interesting. What the fuck? I don't really know how this game works. I just know it was scrapped. Do they have a picture of what the cabinet was supposed to look like? No, they don't. We just have a ROM, it looks like. Okay. We got Sega Sonic Cosmo Fighter. If I remember right, this one's one of those, like, Oh, shout out to Expansion Pack here for posting the footage. Sega Sonic Cosmo Fighter is... Why do you need a walkthrough? It's a 3-minute, like, ride game, isn't it? Wasn't that puzzle game scrapped due to poor localization test results? Something like that. Here, they probably have it listed on the page. I like how their image for canceled projects is fucking Sonic Extreme. Like, every time you visit a canceled Sonic, like, page, they just have to rub in the wound, like, rub the salt in that, like, yeah, the one you wanted to actually play is gone forever. Does it say why it was canceled? Never released, yeah, due to bad localization testing in Japan, and considered lost until an arcade board collector Showtime revealed that he had a working board back in 2016. Not be until July 2018 when the game would be playable for the public for the first time in California Extreme 2018. I wonder how Sega feels about that. How one copy of this game sort of slipped out, and now you can play it like out in public at an arcade machine, you know? Gotta wonder if they had any hand in that, or if they ever, like, contacted the business or something. But yeah, let's see. Did we drop any frames so far? No, we haven't. Huh, nice. But yeah, this is Cosmo Fighter. It's a translated playthrough. Thank you to Nintendo Complete for this lovely upload. Yeah, so if I remember right, this one was a ride machine. Can we find, like, a picture of the Sega Sonic Cosmo Fighter machine? Are there any images of the actual machine online? Like, do we know what it looks like? This is the fucking popcorn maker. Oh, where'd it go? There it is. This is the fucking popcorn maker. Which, honest to God, I would love to try. Aha, here we go. Yeah, this is the machine. Okay, this one isn't the ride machine, it looks like. This is just a small little shmup that they produced. Which, like, jumping around in the video a little bit. It's really short, by the way. I feel like I'm seeing a representation of Sonic that was never meant to exist. I feel like maybe the Gems Collection had an image of it. Maybe. I'll look into that. I'll look into what's on the Gem Collection's collection screen. Between now and then. Or now and the next stream. This game is very similar to Patrol Car. Yeah, if I remember right, this game is marketed to kids. Like, overwhelmingly marketed towards kids. It's a very short, easy shoot-'em-up. And it has one boss fight, if I remember right, total. And it's Eggman and this, like, yeah, it's this thing. Doomsday Zone, this is not, yeah. Radiant Silvergun, this is not. Hello, Toontastic. You're just in time for the arcade showcase. We already finished Sega Sonic. It was only like 20 minutes long. Go figure, you know, arcade game. But yeah, so this one's just a child-friendly shmup. What does he say? Oh, he says "damn you." Okay. Yeah. So that's Cosmo Fighter. That's enough of that one. We've got the popcorn shop, which I mean, I'm sorry, malfunction. I think it's called Patrol Car, in that you can't die, but you do get a performance rating at the end. Yeah, it would make sense if they were similar. Um, why a walkthrough? So here's a video of someone actually running the machine. This is uploaded by uh, Girly Alpha Beto. Sorry if I butchered that. Have you seen it where the machine isn't working? We'll look into that. So this is a guy actually running the arcade, or the machine. It's in the German village in Tokyo? Or is it a Tokyo village in Germany? Appears to be the German village in Tokyo. But, anyways. So there is still one of these out there that you can go to and get popcorn out of, so that's interesting. And you just spin the crank. Okay. I'm stuck on the Eggman popcorn stealing. I need a walkthrough. Guys, help, it won't give me my popcorn. Nothing says clean like handling a handle that everyone else has touched in order to make your popcorn. Tails fanning the flame with his tails is priceless. Yeah, it is kind of nice. There's a Sonic Adventure arcade game in your area. Oh, shit! Really? I'll have to look into that. I know that we already found the pachinko machine for Adventure 2. But yeah, this is the popcorn game. Comments are turned off. Okay. Oh, they had to mark it as for kids. That's why. So yeah, that's the popcorn shop. Here, let's take a look into that Adventure arcade game. Sonic Adventure. Arcade. Holy shit, there's an LCD game! Tales from Death did this. Let's see, can we... I mean, I don't want to play a whole bunch of his audio, but we can at least take a look at what the game is like. This is not something I've ever even heard of. Like, what the fuck? It probably sounds horrible, like most LCD games. That's interesting. Can we find... Oh, this is actually something I kind of wanted to talk about. People are rumoring that there's going to be an Adventure remake, and I don't know how I feel about that. Found a picture of it. Hold on, because it's not like an actual video game. Is it like a pachinko machine? Because if it's a pachinko machine, it's for getting tickets. Okay. Interesting. That's like... Oh, wow. That's like a whole thing of... Huh. If you can figure out the name of it, that would be really interesting if we can find any more information on it. Because I don't see that here. Hey, look, there's, yeah, they did do an arcade release of this. I actually didn't know this. Don't think you saw my message. If the last section of the game takes too long to end, that means the popcorn's not done when it should be. If that happens, an error screen will appear, and it's nice. Yeah, sorry, I must have missed that. Here, let's... Sega Sonic Popcorn Shop. So this is the error screen. Oh my god! Wait, so you didn't turn the crank at all, so this is what happens. That's a really fucking spooky. I don't like this. I really hate Eggman's legs. Like, wow, that's awful. Please make it stop. Keep him away from the fox. You found it? Can you send links? No, it doesn't let you automatically. Let me think of a solution. So, solution A is to send it, in the Discord, which is, below. Um, and solution B is to sort of space it out, uh, remove like the .com or whatever it is. Uh, Music on the error screen is a rendition of the map screen there from Sega Sonic the Hedgehog. Oh, wow. Huh. Congrats. The children wanted popcorn and instead with you gave them nightmares. This is incredible. Um So yeah, here's the Discord. This is the easiest way to send links to me midstream. Um Everything is exploding and warping. Yeah, it's horrible. And Tails is that is true. Tails is technically being assaulted. So while Toontastic gets that link here, we'll take a look at the next thing, which is the arcade machine for Sega Sonic. Um, that is kind of broken, yeah. So this is the arcade version of the original Sega Sonic. I mean, I'm certain it's less impressive without the... Yeah, here's the arcade machine. It's weird, I didn't see any of these anywhere. These must have been rare. What's the Discord? It's down below. I can send a link real quick in the chat. Let me grab it real quick. It's in the panels. You just click on the little Discord icon down there, and it should take you right into it. But if that's not working for whatever reason, one sec. Here is a link to the Discord straight in the chat. Let's continue taking a look at this. So, this is Toy Hunting Gamers doing this. So we've got... I mean, it just sort of looks like the regular game, but you control it in the arcade cabinet. I mean, that's neat. That's neat and all. Nothing too special. I didn't know these existed, frankly. I didn't know these existed at all. I, to this day, haven't seen them anywhere. Like, I see Mario Kart ones, I see Crazy Taxi ones. I don't see these. It'd be neat to see these, because the original Sega Sonic racing is pretty alright. Let's see, what else we got here? Sonic and Tails Spinner. Oh! Is this what you're referring to? Is this one? Is this it? It's a ticket redemption machine here. Going into the Discord now. Give me one sec. I think it's this one. Oh, that's the wrong thing. There we go. No, that's still the wrong thing. There we go. Fixed it. This is like pretty much what you were describing. Character artwork pieces are from Sonic Adventure. Music from Sonic Adventure is incorporated. If nobody's playing, parts of the background music from Twinkle Park is heard. When a coin is inserted, the Star Post's activation sound is heard. While the wheels on the cabinet are spinning, part of Twinkle Circuit's music will be looped. If less than 10 tickets are won, game over music is heard. If more than 10 tickets are won, voice clips from Sonic Adventure will be played. These include Tails with "Yeah" or "You did it." Quote, Sonic's "Cool" or "You got it." Knuckles is "Yeah." Quote. More than 100 are won, the machine plays the Sonic Adventure level complete tune. Chime that plays every 2 tickets earned is the ring sound effect. Let's take a look and see if we can find a video of someone using it. It seems... no! We got fucking fidget spinners here somehow. Here, do we got it? Do we got it? Was I correct? I believe so. Yeah. Yeah, this is it. It was listed here. We just had no idea what we were looking for because it's kind of odd. That's interesting. It's one of those like jackpot machines, whatever they're called. One near me looks a bit different, but yeah, that's the one. Yeah, huh. It says that you can find them all over the US, so it'd be oh, this is a really bizarre way to earn tickets. They spin Sonic and Tails within the machine individually. Hello, I'm here until Sister decides to get out of the shower. What? Oh, is it that you want to take a shower? Okay. Your comment there had me a little worried. Never heard the voice clips? Here, let's see. Yours might be muted, so... I mean, hey, it's simple, but it's out there. That's from Green Chill Zone on YouTube. Thank you for uploading that. Alright, what else we got? What else? Sonic's Athletics. I think I've heard of this one. It's, yeah, here, we can find a video right on the wiki of someone, that's loud. Someone using this thing. It's just a treadmill game where you race people. Is that... Oh, that's Amy. I was like, is that a fucking Pink Knuckles? Holy shit, wait a minute. Look at Silver. Can we find a video of Silver running? Or the part of the video. Look at Silver running at max speed. He's over here. He fucking floats. I've never... I think the machine near me is old. I've heard the ring sounds, though. I mean, it might have a setting to turn off the voice sounds, and they might have turned that off to keep the noise from the machine down. You never know. Amy equals Pink Knuckles. But yeah, that's Sonic Athletics. We've got Sonic Blast Ball. This looks like, yeah, it's an American arcade game where you drop a ball. I think we've all seen this. It's Plinko. Yeah, this is just Plinko. Alright. Sure. Sonic Brain Ranking. Ooh, I remember this. This is a trivia game that they hosted every once in a while at, Sega's Tokyo Joypolis. Joyopolis, but I think it's missing an O. Yeah, it was discontinued a couple of years ago, which is a shame. I would have loved to do this if I could have learned Japanese. It is Japanese, though, 100%. Close that up. Let's see, we got Sonic Dash Extreme. If you've played Sonic Dash on mobile phones, this is that. But instead of, you know, tempting you to pay to play by filling the game with ads and locking all characters all the time, the game forces you to play all the time. So pick your poison. It's huge, like really? Here, let's see if we can we find a size comparison? I know I've seen machines like this in real life, and they are massive. The Subway Surfer one is fucking huge. Here is
Sonic Dash
We're gonna mute that. This is from Sega Amusements. Is this an actual official Sega channel? Nothing about this seems to be unofficial, so yeah, I'd say this is probably the official channel. So yeah, this is... Can we get, like, a size comparison with a normal human being? Hey, look, you can play as different characters from the start. Wait. Yeah, we just got a shot of someone's arm in the frame. This thing is massive! Huh, interesting. Alright, so that's Dash Extreme. Sonic Ghost Shooting. Is this still around? It's a dark ride. It's still up! Holy shit! It doesn't have a discontinued date. Joyopolis appears to be just a big Sega, kind of like an amusement park almost, but it's just one building. Yeah, I want to go on this thing too. Sega's a few theme parks, which I think is cool. It's always neat when game companies get the theme parks and shit. Honestly, like, I want to go to a Sega one because Sega, I don't know if this is a popular opinion or not, but Sega has fucking 10 times more interesting IPs than Nintendo does. Nintendo Land's gonna be neat, don't get me wrong. But something about Nintendo, like, all of it feels sterile and kiddie, and anything that's more adult in tone or theme gets, like, pushed down and not talked about. Shit like F-Zero and Metroid, Nintendo doesn't talk about anymore. They never do anything with their IPs, it's true. Sega is notorious about letting IPs sit and fester. Let's see, Sonic Live? Is this a slot machine? It's a slot machine. We don't need to see that. Sonic Ride. Oh, this one's a nightmare, if I remember right. This was their first attempt at making a kid's ride, and I believe it was actually revealed, like, shown off for the first time in Sonic Jam, because it was canceled, and it looks horrifying. Is this really the highest it goes? Yeah, alright, 240p stream, everybody! Look at him! Oh, it's so awful! But yeah, this is like a little kid's ride that you would sit them in a mall, and the machine jostles them around and entertains them for a bit. They call me Sonic came from this fucking thing? Oh no. The camera just clips right through that rock, like it's no big deal. Whatever. But yeah, this one wasn't ever released, as far as I can tell. Which is sad, because they're like, man, let's just do a little animation, and they couldn't even finish it. But yeah, that's, Sonic Ride. This is Sonic Spinner. This is, I'm assuming, just like a regular version of the Sonic and Tails Spinner. It came in 2 cabinet variations, one for any location, with the other specifically made for Chuck E. Cheese. So this is the Chuck E. Cheese variant. This is the regular? Okay, what's the difference? There doesn't appear to be... Oh, ticket prices are, like, fucking destroyed. You can see here at $250, and then the jackpot for this one's $125. The one near me is the Sonic and Tails. Yeah. Yeah, that one was over here. That's this one. So they clearly valued this one enough to make 2 of them. This one's probably not around anymore. Fucking 2007?! What do you mean 2007?! What?! Why is this one from 2007 and it features Gamma?! Gamma had been dead for like almost a decade at that point. What do you mean? Yeah, this is Sonic Adventure 7, everybody. It's a ticket spinner. Sonic Adventure 1, Sonic Adventure 2, Sonic Adventure 3, Sonic and Tails Spinner, Sonic Adventure 4, the pachinko machine, I guess? Jesus Christ. We've got an air hockey and a basketball thing. These are interesting. Kind of weird. Taking the near approach, yeah. Did you know that there is a stage play that is canon to Nier and Drakengard? That is my favorite little stupid bit of information about that series. But yeah, so this is the Sonic Sports Basketball, and yeah, it looks like it's still out. They're still doing stuff with it. Sonic has stage plays or did. Yeah, that's another really weird topic. The Sonic stage play. I don't think much of it survived. There's not really a whole lot of records of it, from what I understand. Sega World Sydney was still around. A lot of people do. That sounds like a good excuse to go to Australia and scream at all the spiders. Yeah. So this is the air hockey. Yeah, it was just a 2012 air hockey table. It's probably still out there somewhere. Designed for 2 to 4 players, is the option for a redemption ticket dispenser. Huh. Okay, so Sonic the Fighters we'll be talking about, but I guess I'll just show it. It's just a fighting game. We'll be playing it later, not tonight, later. Probably sometime next month. I say on the last Sonic stream of the month. Is there footage of the dark ride? Let's take a look. What's the name of the dark ride? Sonic Ghost Shooting. I can't imagine it's very good footage, but it might be out there. Hey, look, there's the Did You Know Gaming on this exact topic. No. No, there is not. Oh. Alright, yeah, here it is, I think. This is... It looks like it was renamed to Mystic Mansion. Um... No, this is not it. Um... Here, let's skim the Did You Know Gaming, and let's see if we can find footage of it. Java phone games. Waku Waku Patrol Car, which we haven't talked about yet. There's the shooting one. Popcorn Shop. These are the ones from Joyopolis. Is that the stage play? No, it's not. Okay. If it's in Japan, no, they really slam their foot down on that kind of content. Yeah, that's kind of lame. I highly doubt I can find any footage of it. I feel like I have seen it somewhere. Like, I've seen at least some images, but it does not appear that there is any footage of it out there, no. Which is kind of lame. Anyways, let's see. So, they produced Sonic 1 as an arcade cabinet. And we've got this. For entertainment, the real game uses nudges and bonuses to... What is this? What the fuck? Okay, so this is... It's a slot machine. But what is all this? Is this a bootleg? Am I looking at a bootleg? This has original graphics on it. There's no way this is a fucking bootleg. What? 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 I... What the fuck is this? Is there footage of this? Sonic slot machine? Is there... Uh, there it is! There it fucking is! The Super Mega Sonic Hedgehog Slot-tacular. Thank you to Sandwell Mobiles.
The reason why I did it is because I was concentrating on getting here, not on what else was there.
Okay, so it appears that it lights up these bonuses as you move along. I don't know. I don't really get slot machines. Just like Pachinko, they're fucking the worst. But this thing is absolutely as a bootleg as it looks. I can't believe it exists. Frustrates me how you don't understand how this works. Come on, man. Why you gotta be so negative? Uh. Okay. That's enough of that one. So they did arcade releases of 1 and 2, it looks like. We got 2 more left to look at. Is there a Sonic pinball machine? Here, let's take a look. Pinball machine. I know there are several Sonic pinball games, like actual physical like video games, but I don't know about any machines. We got a lot of interesting stuff to look at. Holy shit. Looks like they... No, that's a mod for something else. There's a little at-home one. This is by Angry Sonic. Let's take a look at how it works. It looks like it's just a little at-home pinball machine. From what I remember about a lot of these kinds of things, it's very... they're very fidgety. I'd love to see Sonic's pinball machine that tries to recreate one of the bosses or something. Honestly, yeah, that would be really cool. Okay, so it actually, like, moves stuff to be able to bounce the balls around. Okay. This thing's actually kind of neat. I'm very tempted to buy it. Let's take a look on eBay. Let's see how much one is. Let's see. Sonic Pinball... What's this thing called? Sonic the Hedgehog Pinball Machine. Score counter, lights, and 3 ball bearings. Furby. Oh yeah, I was looking at Furbies. I That's a long story. It's kind of hard to explain. Especially if you don't know what yeah, long Furby. Exactly. I have a friend who makes them, so we were looking at them together. Eventually, you forcibly remove the plastic case. You used to have one of these things? Eventually, you forcibly remove the plastic cases for no reason? Oh, I used to have one, but it was like... It was Jackie Chan themed, I think it was. It was really, really weird, small pinball game. Not the Sonic one, yeah. Sonic Pinball... How the fuck do I even find this? We've got a pinball track set. Tabletop pinball machine for $40, and it's a cheap, small one. Huh. Weird. Look, there's Pinball Party. Which, this is the game I knew would come up, and why is... Oh, it's factory sealed. I was about to say, why is it almost $80? There it is. This is what we were looking at. It's $70 to get one of these. Honestly, I kind of want one real bad. I had a bootleg NES that had a bootleg version of Sonic 1 on it. I don't remember what it was based on. Remember, I'd put the green thing at the top and pretend that was a boss. Oh. Yeah, we've got... This is, Huh. That would, if I ever decide to do, like, solo video content, you know, that's separate from the streams, which, like, granted, I do that, but I don't really do it in connection to the streams, but, if I ever, like, decide to do something on Sonic specifically, it might be part of it of buying some weird Sonic shit. Because one of these things I wanted to look at was this. What even is this? Sonic Mountain Quest. Is this like a board game? What is this? Let's see it removed. So it takes a battery. Sonic Curry. Yeah, let's eat blue curry and vomit because it's really old. You would have loved this thing? Yeah, so would I! What even is this? It's a motorized toy. Get the ball bearing to the top by pressing the button at the right time to get it over. Oh! Oh, this is actually really cool. Holy shit. Again, thank you to Angry Sonic for posting stuff about this. Because this is not something that is talked about by Sonic fans ever. You know, you never hear about the toys. And whenever you do, it's always focused on the plush. It's always focused on the plush toys, which granted, those are interesting in and of themselves. They're very few and far in between, but like no one talks about these, you know. But it looks like pressing here, it looks like according to the description, pressing the button does stuff. Is the video going? Okay, so the ball's going, and then you press the button. Okay, so you press the button to launch the ball onto the next phase of the track. Got it. See the plush toys about the figures or the first 4 figures? Yeah, stuff like that. No one talks about the toys, like the toys. And, like, even if it's, like, brought up at all, which is very rare, like, the only ones you hear about are, like, the McDonald's toys, you know? Honestly, I'd love to have a whole set of those, even if they're kind of the one everyone knows about. Okay, so... This is, like, actually really interesting. Huh. Okay, so, like, what is the goal here? You want to get on top of the... What? Hold on, what even just happened there? Kaizo Sonic toy. Okay, so it looks like there's a magnet in the back that sort of just moves back and forth. So you want to get it into the top area, and then it drops it in there and it probably falls back down. This thing is really cool. It's probably very expensive. Comics? Yeah, it's over $100. You can bid on it for 50. That's more than I'd be willing to spend on it. But I mean, hey, it's kinda neat. You gotta wonder what other weird toys exist for this franchise. It is really creative. Best Sonic game in years. Guys, we just gotta admit, Sonic was never good. Except for Sonic the Hedgehog Mountain Quest. Come on. They didn't even get, like, a blue ball bearing, you know? It's still a silver one. That's the thing I find the most funny about it. It's a really creative toy and all, but the Sonic branding barely plays into it in any way. Not that that necessarily stopped toy companies in the 90s, you know? Here, let's see, do they have a page on toys? We still have to look at Waku Waku Patrol Car and Space Tours. Toys for us? What? No, I just want toys. Is there a page of just the toys? No. Sonic the Hedgehog toys. Here we go. You do need, I mean, that's true, yeah. You do need, physics and speed. If you slap Sonic on your toy, it'll sell. It's true. That was the idea back in the day. Slap Sonic on a video game, it'll sell. Doesn't matter how good the game is. Looking at you, Spinball. or more importantly, fucking Sonic energy drink, Sonic Curry. Honestly, you put Sonic on anything and there will be someone who buys it. That someone may be me. Cigars. A Sonic the Hedgehog liquor bottle. It's blue. So we got a bunch of documented toy companies that have made things. Cancelled fast food toy set? I have Sonic Chaos Emerald candles. Still have it. It's very old. Don't recommend eating. Oh, for the curry. Oh, Chaos Emerald candies. Okay. Yeah, no, I would highly recommend not eating those. Tie-in candy used to be the fucking best, and now it doesn't exist, and I'm mad. Fucking, you know what I haven't seen anywhere ever recently? Where the fuck have all the Wonka bars been? Come on, people. There were Sonic Denny's toys! Okay, everyone knows about these ones. Everyone knows about these. Okay. Maybe not these ones. That Knuckles is fucking horrifying. They were Sonic Underground? Oh my god. Rip all of the Sonic TV series, by the way. And then these are the handheld LCD games. I used to have the Shadow one, and then this one. And then these four I just never saw. I didn't even know there was an II one. Why is there an II one? He's not a Sonic. There's a Sonic skateboard? Holy shit. And then these are the 2004 ones from Sonic Heroes, and they, of course, cross-promote Billy Hatcher here. We got a Cream game. I would love to have a whole set of these. Gotta wonder how much it is. Do they do more? Because there's a picture down here of a Rouge Amy one. What is this? I don't see that on the overall image. Getting a whole set of these must be hard, honestly. Sonic Skateboard, Shadow Basketball, yeah. Oh my god! I fucking forgot about that! What's the fucking... Where is it? There it is! Here it is!
Happy Meal खाए और McDonald's से Sega Games लाए Tails Soccer Sonic Skateboard Rogue and Amy Tails
Oh my god! Amy!
Soccer
Like, Tails is bad. Sonic is
Sonic
really
Skateboard.
bad. But Amy is another monster entirely. Look at her! Look at her! Holy shit!
Amy Tennis
The mouse is supposed to be Rouge, you're right.
Dream Puff Flower Catch Shadow Basketball
Oh!
Knuckles Baseball
This is horrifying, I love it.
जी भरकर फिर खेलें खूब हल्ला गुल्ला मचाएं और दोस्तों को भी बतलाएं चलो चलकर हैप्पी मील खाएं चलो चले मैकडॉनल्ड्स से Sega Games लाएं
What? What even? That's wonderful. I'm very happy. Let's see how much these LCD games go for nowadays. You can get the wristwatch for $150. You can get a Tiger handheld. Where's the McDonald's one? Hey, look, it's a big... You can get... Yeah, these are cheap. These are really cheap. Like, these are hilariously cheap. Sega gives slime. Okay, so let's figure out... Let's get back on track with the arcade games. We can talk about more weirdo Sonic stuff in the future. Here, but Uh, God, we've sort of just fallen straight into the talking section as of 10:40. Let's take a look at Sonic Space Tours. Let's take a look at what this is. I mean, hey, look, it's the Tower in Space animation. This is one of the things that makes everyone think we're gonna get an Adventure remake, and I'll talk about that once we get to the proper... It's Sonic related, so it's fine, yeah. I mean, hey, what's a bunch of Sonic streams where I claim to represent everything if we don't talk about the weirder shit, you know? The more obscure stuff. Sonic Space Tours publishes keychains combined with an arcade game. It just distributes keychains. I can't find any footage of the game being used. It probably wasn't out. Or it probably wasn't available for people to use by the time YouTube became a thing and recording everything you did was like a standard. I mean, hey, look, we got the machine. That's something. Okay, and now for the final arcade game, Sonic Waku Waku Patrol Car. This was a little kiddie Sega ride. Wow! That's awful! Did it need to make the noise? Granted, I know it's supposed to be like a police siren, but why does it sound like that? Sonic was Tom before Tom was a thing? Okay, so you're supposed to like steer it with the in vehicle stuff. You know, it just occurred to me. Sonic's favorite food is chili dogs, right? And hot dogs are mostly pork. I say mostly because you can never really be sure what you're gonna get in a hot dog, but... I'm not saying that Sonic eats his friends, but Sonic eats his friends. It's okay, they're already dead. Sonic just finds the corpse of one of them and it's like, finally, some fucking food. Oh shit, it's Eggman! Holy shit! He's dropping bombs on the road! Why? Sonic teaches good driving in the game. Yeah, except for the part where you're required to swerve in and out of lanes to avoid bombs. That is wonderful. I'm glad that exists. Can we see an image of the machine, maybe? Hey, look, we got the a video of the machine being used. Yeah, here it is. That's the machine. It's very eye-catching, and it would probably be sitting out in like a mall kiosk or something. That's not his fault, I guess. But yeah, it normally sits out in, like, you know, spaces in the mall where you normally see stuff like this. It was much less an arcade thing, you know. Something for the parents to shove kids on to keep them entertained while they shop. It's like, you know, for a couple-minute distraction, it's nice. Gotta wonder if there are any out there that are still up and running, you know? If anyone's still keeping one of these things alive for some reason. But yeah, that's it. That's all the arcade machines. Can we find a pinball... I guess... Do they call them cabinets? Is that the name of a pinball machine? I don't even know. I'm not a pinball guy. Yeah. Okay, so they are... Okay. I keep seeing this one and I'm like, yeah, this is a machine. It's not. It's a virtual one. I'm looking to see if there was a physical pinball cabinet, and it doesn't... I'm not seeing one. Oh, Sonic Prospector. Is this Sonic? What about Sonic the Fighters or Sonic the Fighters arcade machine? This is not Sonic the Hedgehog. I don't know what this is, but it's not Sonic. But yeah, let's see. Let's go to Sonic the Fighters. Let's see if we can find a picture of the arcade machine. I'm sorry, wait a minute. Did I just see Honey the cat? What? There's footage of it online. I'm more confused by what this is. Made her first appearance in the 2012 re-release of Sonic the Fighters. In the original arcade version, she wasn't fully implemented because we found in the game's data. Honey is an anthropomorphic cat who competed in the fighting tournament for the Chaos Emeralds and the right to destroy the Death Egg too. So she was a scrapped character, and then she got re-added. Speaking of, is this 2012 re-release of Sonic the Fighters like playable on anything? Can we get it still? Is it like unlisted or like from the stores, or is there a way to play this? Because as far as I can tell, there isn't a way to play it. I checked on the PlayStation Store and it's not there. It might still be on the Xbox Store, but that would require me putting in a credit card or something into an account that I'm 100% sure has been compromised over the years. It's not available on PSN, I can tell you that much. But I don't know if it's still available in any other way. What about emulating it? PS3 emulation, while it's come a long way, I'm not sure my computer can handle it. And, I mean, granted, this game isn't very intense, but random shit is hard to emulate, you know? So, I don't know. I'll look into it. I'm not going to make any promises that we'll take a look at the 2012 re-release, especially since I have really good access to the original release, quote-unquote original, the GameCube port. But yeah, Sonic the Fighters here. Ooh. They had promo plushes, that's neat. Sonic Championship arcade cabinet. Oh, look, yeah, there's one in Wreck-It Ralph. Interesting that it made an appearance in that movie. Oh, yeah, this one has 2 exclusive characters that never show up anywhere else that, again, like, the Sonic fan base is really weird because they get really attached to the weirdos Sega won't acknowledge, like these two. People don't really talk about Bark, but Bean people seem to like quite a bit, with the very limited amount of cameos he ever gets. Shows up in Mania and stuff, he's neat. People like Bark, yeah. I like all the characters in this game. I think it's got a lot of creativity behind the roster. It's a shame that it includes several characters that nowadays people are just like, fucking who? They're in the comics a bit. Yeah, those are the comics, you know? But yeah, it's a shame because, like, could you fucking imagine if instead of Big the Cat, we got, like, fucking Fang / Knack as, like, a fucking shooting minigame or something like that? Like, that'd be neat. That'd be cool and way better than fishing. You know, or if you want a big slow character, you can still pull Bark, you know? I don't know, it feels weird that Sega introduces characters all the time and then just fucking drops them. Shower was a success, glad to hear. Let's see. Any... Maybe Wikipedia has an image of it. Nope. Nope, just gameplay screenshots. I mean, I'm 100% certain there's images of it in the Gems collection. I just don't have the ability to stream that thing right now. There would have to be images of it in the Gems collection. Let's see. Sonic the Fighters arcade cabinet. Hey, we got some images. It's got a weird teal color scheme to it. That's actually quite interesting. Wonder if you can still find one. I mean, I'm willing to bet this is the one we'd have the highest chance of, like, finding. Anywhere. At all. I'm curious if there's one even within, like... Even on the same end of the country that I'm on, you know? I'm willing to drive quite a ways for arcade cabinets. I should point out. One time I drove literally like a 7-hour drive there and a 7-hour drive back just to play the Project Eva arcade cabinet. And that journey was fucking worth it. But this, I don't know. If I can find one that's like in my state, you know, that might make a fun video, you know? Getting a camera, buying a camera, I guess, and then videoing a pilgrimage to go check out a Sonic arcade machine. It's preserving video game history, yeah. I wonder where you can find one. Oh, hey, there's the Sega Sonic machine. Look at that fucking grody-ass trackball. This is definitely an old machine, but, like, man, these trackballs... Oh... Can I buy one? No! Absolutely not! I don't have the space for that! I mean, if I had the room for it, let's see how much we can get one for. What's the best place to look? eBay? I don't even know where to find these things. Sonic the Fighters arcade cabinet. Can I buy one? No exact matches found. Where do you go to even find information like this? Sonic the Fighters arcade cabinet for sale. Let's just Google that. You can, I mean, there's the International Arcade Museum. We can just ship it to your aunt's. Oh yeah, yeah. Once we go to where was it? New Orleans. We can play it like once a year if we decide to spend a bunch of money. Where can I don't even know where you'd buy one of these. That's just it. I mean, the other option is to make one. Sounds worth it. Yeah. The other option is to make one, which, granted, I want to do someday. I just want that to be when I'm, like, you know, in my own house and can have an entire room dedicated to my games. I mean, granted, I sort of have that right now. I've monopolized one of the spare rooms. I can buy it on Earth. Yeah, there we go. Somewhere, I'm certain. This one's probably really rare because it got released, what, 1995? 1996, yeah. So it's old. You can find Virtua Fighter for sale. Oh, look! It's Sonic and Tails! And it's $3,000! Why is it $3,000? There's fucking $9,000 for that one. Well, would you look at that? You see, this is the kind of thing that I would get. wall mounted is a little awkward because you want to put your weight on it, you know, and that might not be the best idea. Time to buy that shit or steal from your local arcade, yeah. This would be the kind of thing I'm after. Just, you know, mount it on a wall somewhere and then have it run cool shit. Because there's a lot of really cool arcade games that I'd want to rig up on one of these. So, and having the ability to have just infinite coins, you know, that'd be good shit. Of course, the one arcade machine that I would really want is entirely out of my control on whether or not I can get it or even emulate it. Let me show you guys the three, I guess, coolest fucking arcade machines I've ever seen in my life. First off, this one is amazing. If you've never had the ability to play on one of these, it's a rhythm game where you either tap or slide the the paddles to hit, and you can. It's actually playable on smartphones. Granted, the phone version is full of microtransactions. You can get it on like Switch and PC. But none of it compares to the arcade experience. Like, this shit is the coolest fucking arcade cabinet I've ever seen. You can find them at, like, random arcade locations still. Like, it's still a fairly popular game. It's just whether or not you can actually play all the songs on it is another question. And then the other really cool one is the Project Diva arcade cabinet. The way it's, like, laid out is really fucking cool. Like, the touch slider there is for hitting slide notes, and you have to physically slide your hand down it to hit them. And it's a lot of fun playing on this thing. The buttons give really, like, good clicky feedback on them. It just generally feels really good. And they've never been able to recreate the experience at home. And then the third one, and one that I hope we get an at-home version of eventually, is the All-Star Carnival cabinet. If you've never played Theatrhythm, it's a 3DS rhythm game, so adapting it's really hard. Like, adapting it to other things is, like, pretty difficult, especially if you want to keep, like, half of the gameplay. And this one did a really genuinely good job of it, and I'm happy that it is good. However, it never got a home release, unlike Curtain Call did. So, you know, you kind of have to... Oh, no. You kind of have to take what you can get when it comes to arcade ports. But yeah, is there any other miscellaneous Sonic topics we missed? Have I ever seen the Sonic Spinball ride? I'm sorry? The what? Sonic Spinball ride. Ride in hotel room?
Hey there, and welcome to Sonic Spinball. I hope you're all ready for some high-speed fun. I just can't wait. Now, before we get spinning, there are some things you'll probably need to know. So listen carefully. This is for your safety.
I know that this is, like, it's actually him, you know? But, like, it sounds like a bootleg. There was a ride in an arcade.
At least 1.2 meters tall to ride.
Let's see, do they have
Dr.
the
Eggman
actual
has been up to
ride?
no good again.
No, they don't. Oh shit! Sorry if you get motion sickness, by the way. Should probably just point that out. Holy shit! So it looks like the machine spins freely? So you never really know how you're gonna, like, go through it? This is really cool. Is it still up? Can you, like, still go to it? It was in 2012, so I kind of doubt it. No, it shut down. Oh, that's lame. I really wish I just had, like, a time machine so I could just enjoy some of these weird pieces of Sonic history that are just, like, gone, you know? The promotion ended a while ago, yeah. I wonder, the wiki probably has, the like an image of the ride itself. I mean, this is the waiting room. Or no, this is the hotel room. Holy shit. It looks painful to exist in. The hotel room looks really cool. It looks really cool, right? But imagine waking up and your entire room is just bright blue. The Dramamine is still in effect. Despite it being Sonic 4 themed. Oh, yeah. Sonic 4 is fucking terrible, and I can't wait to get it over with. Sonic 4 Episode 2 was, like, fine, but Episode 1, man, it's awful. There's no picture of the ride. Oh, no, here it is. There's the logo, there's a video of someone on the ride, there's no images of the ride. Amazing. But yeah, I don't think there's anything else, any other big, odd topics that we can cover. I mean, there's the comics, of course, but, which comics do you want to talk about? I've read none of them, and I don't think anyone else here has either. The Sonic and... Ooh, Sonic and Disney. I mean, there's the film. That movie was fucking good, by the way. I legitimately enjoyed that movie, and I would absolutely watch it again. I don't see anything with Disney. What are you referring to specifically with the Disney stuff? Because, Sonic and Disney. You'll find it. Oh, Sonic. Oh, no, that's a fan animation. Sonic characters. Disney songs. It's those videos of... Okay, can we talk about how this fucking guy who makes videos by, you know, shaking the toys in front of the camera has a verified tick? YouTube has verified this man. Is he still doing it? Holy shit! I thought this was a breed of video that died out a long time ago. What the fuck?
Oh boy, I get.
Huh. Good on him for still going. I'm not seeing... Shit, is MAME still open? MAME is still open. I can close that. Oh my god. You ever just, like, drink water wrong? We're about to cross into the, the territory of... Oh my god, Sonic was at Epcot. That's what this is referring to.
Then you'll fast forward to the immediate future at the vast new Innoventions, an amazing showcase of what's new and what's to come. Here you'll be among the first to see, touch, and play with all the inventions that will soon change your life.
Oh shit!
Like 1,000 Sega games all under one roof.
Yeah, Sega had a big thing at Epcot. That's
They're
cool.
everywhere.
The fu-
Wow. Couldn't find much footage of it. Yeah, I didn't know about this. And honestly, there's no way you could
innovation.
know. It's not well documented clearly. It says here that they only found this at the end of an Australian VHS copy of 101 Dalmatians. Holy shit. You learn new shit every day about this franchise. Granted, it's like, what, 30 now? I think? Generations is turning 10, and Generations was for the 20th, so yeah, 30. That feels so weird. Huh, that's odd. Okay, what other... I don't think there's anything else that we really have to, discuss here. Just a bunch of cool miscellaneous Sonic topics. So I guess we can move on to the chatter section. And first order of business for the chatter section. There we go. First order of business. Let's talk about this Sonic Adventure remake, shall we? Rumored to be happening, no confirmations. They've teased it a little bit. The producer has said that he wants to do an adventure remake. And I'm very torn on it. You doubt it's happening? I don't know. There's a lot leading towards that Sega wants to do it in some capacity and that they're bringing back some adventure nostalgia. They're probably trying to judge reaction right now, is what I would say. So it's probably not going to be the 30th anniversary game, but it's probably going to come out like, 2022-ish if they decide to start developing it like now for whatever reason. Not that they really can, because, no one can work. But, virus aside, I don't know if I trust them to do it. I don't know if it's something I trust them to do right. You know? And let me explain this a little bit. So, I said multiple times through both my Sonic Adventure and my Sonic Adventure 2 streams that the games are both fantastic and have amazing stories. They're just told in really obtuse and strange ways and with janky cutscenes, and it takes away from it, So the game can use a remake, I love that kind of shit from Sonic, but not everyone does, and if Adventure gets a remake and they knock it out of the park and the story is just as good as I know it has the potential to be, people... I feel like the public opinion would go up a little bit, at least a little bit, and, Adventure could use that kind of love, But at the same time, I don't trust the current writing team to not completely fucking destroy Adventure's plot. At every opportunity they are given. Adventure's plot 100% will be destroyed if it's written by the current team of writers. There will be jokes every 5 seconds. The actual story will be mostly thrown away. Nothing will be explained. And it'll just sort of build up to nothing and then end on Chaos, but Chaos will be remixed to be Sonic Colors again. I don't want an Adventure remake until I have full trust with everyone working on the games. Exactly. As much as I would love to see Adventure with a really nice fresh coat of paint and a new angle given to its story, maybe change Big's gameplay around, give him something that makes sense, but I don't want it at the cost of the game being good, I don't want it currently. unless they announce that they're making big changes to their development staff. Here's an idea. I mean, I know he's only ever worked on 2D games, but what if they give Christian Whitehead head of the project? You know? Like, complete creative control over an adventure remake. What do you think that would look like? Because he's basically been accepted on board as, like, a full-time Sega developer as of this point. Like, there's no way he isn't. He released Mania, their most successful game, like, a few years ago. Far more successful than anything else they've released, so... I mean, it would make sense for them to be like, okay, we're doing a remake, let's hand it off to the other guy who's done all our remakes and ports, and let's see what he does with it. I don't know, because 2D and 3D are very different. It's true, 2D Sonic and 3D Sonic are very different. Yeah, it makes sense as, like, as a concept for, or as, like, a business standpoint, to step in and be like, hey, can you do this? I think he could do it if he had the right team with him. I feel like he would be a good director for a project like this, I guess. Maybe if he isn't necessarily programming it himself, you know, he'd at least have creative control over the team. That being said, does Sega have the development talent currently to be able to make this game and have it be good? Is it something they're capable of? And on top of that, like, I know for a fact if Christian Whitehead is, like, creatively in charge of this game, he would not let the current absolutely fucking terrible writers write this game. He would not. There's no way in hell. But I don't... Does anyone know what his stance is on 3D Sonic? Because I know he's a fan. He's normally a classic guy himself. Which, like, don't get me wrong, there's validity in that, you know? Just enjoying a consistent experience across the board, not having it bug out constantly, like most of the 3D games do, and then you're not sure. Yeah, I mean, I'm really curious what his stance is. Here, let's... Christian Whitehead 3D Sonic. I don't know what I expected Christian Whitehead to look like, but the image I'm looking at right now is not what I expected him to look like. Oh shit! Oh shit! Okay, so apparently Christian Whitehead said in the past, after he released Mania, that he wants to make a 3D game. Here, let's quote him directly. Speaking of games in general, I love 3D. I've worked personally with my own tech for 3D, not for Sonic. 3D interests me as a game developer a lot. It presents a whole different world of design challenges. The retro aesthetic, the reason I started doing it chiefly was that when I was younger, it's a lot easier to develop 2D stuff, because I only had the computer my family had, but to do a 3D game you need a larger team. Though personally I'm interested in it, I'm definitely down for it. Yeah! This theory I just put up may not actually be so far off. Holy shit. I would love to see what his take on adventure is. I would love to see that. Let's see, what's this Twitter look like? I'm sort of scrolling through it right now. If he's worked with 3D games before, then sure. I mean, that's just it about Adventure, right? Adventure is really fun and janky, and I think a large part of that, and the reason the game is so odd, is because the entire team hasn't worked with 3D ever as of that point, you know? Like, maybe there was some bleed over with, like, kind of 3D Blast, I guess? Maybe? I don't know. Which, that's not even really a 3D game, so, you know, you never really know. But, oh no, there can't have been. 3D Blast is Traveler's Tales. So, You know, it's really hard to say if any of them had any experience working on 3D before that point. Um, so I think Christian Whitehead not having fully made a 3D game before, especially if he's working with a team that does understand 3D, then I think the game would end up being really good. What does he post about? Just a bunch of business stuff, it looks like. Um, uh, he posted a fucking Twitter video. Oh, shit! Have you seen the Beetle title image screen of 3D Blast? We should look at that in a second. I don't want to say that it's happening, but he tweeted out a video of him turning on a Dreamcast. Oh my god! It makes perfect sense for Sega to have done this. Like, perfect sense. Oh my god, I might have been more on the money than I thought I was. Yeah, no, he's definitely just tweeting this Dreamcast out for no reason. Yep, this guy who's known for making Sega remakes and ports, totally just tweeted out this picture of a Dreamcast turning on for no reason. Especially after he said that he wants to develop a 3D game. Yep, totally a coincidence. Holy shit. Not getting my hopes up, but I might be onto something. Yeah. I mean, again, I'm not saying this is happening 100%. Like, of course, all of these could be just random disconnected coincidences. We tend to just believe things are more connected than they are. He might be turning this on to be like, let's look at early games, or let's just have some fun with the Sega crowd, or like, it's just a random thing that he felt like making a joke about, because let's not forget, the Dreamcast makes this fucking noise when you turn it on. Yeah, or he's just flexing the blue logo Dreamcast, you know? But, like, come on! The writing, it feels like it's just right there, you know? They just have to announce the game. Again, I doubt if they do make it, it'll come out anytime soon. But it would be very interesting to see. When did he tweet that? It was like 2019 when he tweeted that. Yeah, September 9th. Joke's on you, Christian. I have one too. Mine's a filthy red logo or orange logo? I guess it's orange. Either way, mine's the standard. Blue logo is the European release, right? I believe that's the... Yeah, that's the European PAL version. Which, and then the US got the orange one. Yeah, his Twitter account's oddly, it's very Mania focused, going back a certain length of time. Huh. Okay, yeah, so... He tweeted out the opening of Sonic Adventure at some point. It's too far down, it's too far back to count it, because he was still working on Mania. But, you know, he's making it too easy. I do hope that we get that, though. I think he would be the perfect fit, for this kind of project. And hey, if it doesn't go well, we always have the original. The original with its then damaged reputation, because it would be damaged again after that. Oh no. You can't really hurt it any more than it's already been hurt, let's be honest. So yeah, what do we have coming up next? I'm gonna have to make a backup plan moving forward. Because, if you aren't caught up to date on the current situation and why we've been doing weird topics, since Sonic Adventure 2, I don't have the connector bit to be able to stream GameCube games yet. Like, I don't have the adapter. And it's shipping, it's on its way. I don't know when it'll get here. Amazon claims it'll be here by Tuesday. Weird Sonic topics are interesting as hell. They are. I love talking about weird shit in this franchise. But, you know, it's sort of an odd break between the main titles. And the main reason for that is because I can't stream Heroes yet. So, Heroes is getting here in... Or, not Heroes, like, the game... Like, the adapter is getting here on the day of the Heroes stream. And that's if Amazon is accurate, and it doesn't end up getting delayed by a day. So, I have to have a backup plan moving forward if that thing does not show up. I don't know what I'm going to do if it doesn't show up yet. I'm thinking maybe we do Sonic Advanced, like the first one, but I want more time for Advanced than just one stream. Yeah, backup plan is to stream the advanced games. That's something I've kicked around, but again, I want more time for it. You know, there's a lot to advance. There's a lot in that game. And I want to be able to show off a decent chunk of it, at least. So I want that to at least, you know, be the main game, and then maybe a stream after we finish it of talking about the extra stuff. Stream Sonic Unleashed on flip phones. I have that planned. If you look at the Castlevania archives, I have an archived stream of the Castlevania Order of Shadows Sonic on Leapster. Is there a fucking Leapster emulator? That is my question. Is there a Leapster emulator? No. Hilarious. You're gonna sleep? Alright, good night, Jay. There are no Leapfrog emulators. The games are in Flash! Oh my god! I would love to do Sonic edutainment games. Those would be a lot of fun. One thing, and I kicked this idea around with Robert. I don't know if he's still here tonight. Might have drifted off, who knows. One of the things I've considered is just buying a Leapster and the game, and then either streaming the game as, like, you know, pointing a fucking camera at the screen and being like, look guys, this is Sonic X on Leapster, let's play it, or making it like a standalone video. I don't know how well I'd be able to do a setup, like, with a camera. My room is explicitly not designed for anything even remotely similar to that. The actual computer I have is like that I stream on. You know, my main tower is very far away from any free desk space. It's on a very little nightstand next to my desk, which is very small. The the table space I would use, it's granted, the table I use in my room to set stuff on, I mainly use it for card games and such, is like foldable, so I can move it for the duration of a stream to make wiring, like managing the cables easier. But I don't know if that would, like, doing that kind of thing live would be easy or if it would be freakishly difficult. No, we're not dropping frames. My laptop's just being weird. Should just stream where we discuss any kind of weird Sonic shit. Yeah, that's sort of the idea behind it. That's also how I was gonna do Pocket Adventure, kind of like today. Having occasional talking streams like these are a lot of fun. I don't know how dedicating an entire one to one of these is, like, would go. Why is my laptop not loading the stream anymore? That is certainly a mystery. But anyways, that would be something that I attach to, like, the Leapster game, you know? Because we've discussed a lot of weird topics today. Granted, there's a lot more that we can talk about. But I feel like that would be best saved for a day that we're doing a lighter game, you know, something like Sonic X. Because this series is very old and very weird. They really just sort of threw everything at the wall to see what would stick. Talk about the Sonic Puppet Show. Wasn't that the thing that everyone hated that replaced the Sonic musical? I seem to remember that being the case. And people hate it even more now because it survived, I'm pretty sure. It survived the test of time. There's still videos of it, but there are no videos of the Sonic musical. Yeah, there's apparently more mobile phone games that we can take a look at, so we'll have an entire stream dedicated to that. However, I am going to state with 100% certainty here that that stream is happening after Unleashed. Unleashed second happening. You see, the Unleashed streams I'm planning are gonna be a long ordeal. If you don't like Unleashed, which I don't know why you'd show up, if you didn't like Unleashed, it's gonna be a long several months because we're doing both of them. We're doing the PS3 version, and then we're doing the PS2 version. And it's a comparison, you know? Because I want people... You have no fucking idea how many of my friends, and this is not to throw shade at them, because, you know, they did not grow up with PS3s or Xbox 360s like I did. They grew up with Wii's and PS2s, and thus that's the version of the game they ended up with. But I want to show people, all of my friends, definitively, that yes, the PS3 version is not only entirely different, it's way better. And nowadays, you shouldn't settle for the PS2 version. As weird of an entity that it is, this PS2 version of this AAA game that was released in 2008 of all things. You love the PS3 version? Me too. I don't love the PS2 version. But yeah, like, you shouldn't be settling for the PS2 version nowadays. You know, you should really be playing the PS3 version. Granted, it's only on PS3 and Xbox 360, which is a little bit harder to get than the PS2 is. Or, hell, even the Wii. But, you know, if you're gonna play Unleashed, you know, nowadays, you might as well play the right version. But yeah, I'm planning on doing both of them, and then, so it's gonna go the PS3 version and then the PS2 version. Because first off, I want the story to be represented properly first, and the PS2 version doesn't represent the story properly. Properly enough, I guess. There's, like, entire cut sections of the game. Oh yeah, no, the PS3 version, the story, incredible. Fucking incredible. One of the best Sonic stories there is. But yeah, after the PS2 version, then we're gonna do the Java version, the mobile one. A game that I cannot, for the life of me, justify. They had the Rush game engine. They could have just made Unleashed in that engine. But instead, we get a mobile game. I don't get it. Why? The mobile version of Unleashed is kind of it's one of the most well-known oddities in the franchise, I feel. A lot of people know about it. A lot of people know what it is. Nobody's ever played it. But yeah, so we're also probably going to be touching on a lot of the other smaller Java games in that stream. That might be a good time to throw in some more miscellaneous Sonic topics. Sonic Racing Kart. I haven't decided what I'm going to do about the racing games. I really haven't. I'm very bad at racing games, so we're going to do as much as we can of things like Riders and R, because those games have story content to them, you know? Like, Riders, I can sit down and play through a story, and people can be entertained by that. The same is not true for the All-Stars games. And while those technically have Sonic in them, I don't feel the need to cover them. Sonic R is a good game to play as a backup. I mean, we're going to be playing it anyways, eventually. But yeah, like Sonic R is a major one that I want to touch on because come on, it's Sonic R. That game is fucking legendary nowadays. But, hey, remember when Sonic Generations advertised that they were going to have that big remix of Supersonic Racing in the game? And then they just put it in for one really short stage, and you can't even set it as music in other stages? Because I remember that. Granted, it's a hype as fuck level, and it's really well implemented. But why is it not in the unlockable sound list? You know what? Fuck it, I'm playing that. Super Sonic Racing Remix. The Cash Cash Remix. You didn't like the song much? I think it fits really well with the level. Because the level is a racing stage. But they don't let you put it anywhere else. Even though that's the big gimmick of Generations, they don't let you use this song anywhere else. Which, by the way, what a fucking gimmick that was. Best part about Generations right there is shuffling the soundtrack around to be the way you want it. Like, I'm gonna be honest, that final boss theme, weak as fuck. Replacing it with Endless Possibilities fixes the entire game. Yeah, introducing the Sega Saturn. But yeah, what else we got moving forward? So next time is either Heroes or Advanced. I'll keep you guys updated in the Discord as to what's happening moving forward. Because I don't even know at this point. Yeah, we got a whole franchise ahead of us. And you know, maybe by the time we reach the end of it, we'll have found an answer to the games that we straight up can't stream. We got a lot of fucking content here. Like, I'm gonna be totally real. I don't know how I'm going to stream the 3DS titles. And that is a real shame, because I have so much to say about them. Because all of them are such a weird mixed bag of things. Like, all of the DS games are good. Most of the Game Boy Advance games are good. 3DS capture cards are expensive and hard to get. Yeah, they're not produced anymore. In any capacity. They're just not around. And Citra, as good a work as they're doing on Citra, it's not far enough yet. Trying to run Sonic Generations almost crashes it sometimes. Boosting and spin dashing just make the emulator flip its shit. Lost World, it really can't do well at all. And the Boom games, I don't know if they've even gotten around to testing. But, like, I have so much to say about them. It's the Boom games in particular. Because Sonic Boom was weird. I've never actually watched the show. I don't know if there's a way to watch it right now that's legal. We are going to play Boom on Wii U. Oh, absolutely. You think I'm gonna fucking pass up the absolute gold mine that is a Boom shitting itself 24/7? It's fine. It's not like you have to hold the controller. I do. That game is awful, honestly, though. Everything that went into that, the entire business politics surrounding that game is terrible, and I don't like it. But yeah, we might find solutions to these in the future, you know? Citra might advance here in the future, so that we can emulate things like Generations, Lost World, and Boom. Which, by the way, I don't know if this is a hot take or not, but Sonic Boom Fire and Ice? Decent game. It's actually not bad. Shattered Crystal is pretty bad. But Boom, Fire, and Ice is pretty good. Big Red Button just got screwed over. Yeah, that's the Boom game people like. I mean, it's nice to see that it paid off, you know? Eventually. Boom got a couple of good things, but it started off right out the gate by breaking its ankle, and that is not a good way to start a, like, franchise. There's a lot of weird stuff I have to make room for. I've decided that I'm doing, like, blocks, of course, you know, like I said before. So we're going from Heroes through 06, and then we're stopping at 06 for a little bit, and we're gonna do Advanced 1, 2, and 3, Rush Adventure, Colors. Yeah. Oh, and Battle, of course. We're doing Battle. I haven't decided when we're gonna work in Chronicles yet. We'll see. But we're doing the portable platformers after this. I don't want to do the portable version of Colors just yet, because I want to do that after we do the regular version of Colors, so that Colors' story is presented in the best way possible first, you know? But we will go through Rush Adventure at least. You know what? We might actually tack Chronicles in with the storybook games, as not good as those are. When you stream Chronicles, you talk about the Ken Penders court case. Oh, absolutely! We will not be able to stay away from that fucking topic. The game should... I just had an idea. What if we beat the final boss, the game ends on a to be continued, and then I fucking bring up the court documents and start reading them instead of a sequel? Granted, that game wasn't gonna get a sequel anyways because it was bad. But that sounds like the perfect way to end a Chronicles stream. Let's see, we can mark Sega Sonic off of our list here. Just, if you guys are curious, I could actually read you the current list that I have going of the games that we still have to go. So maybe you guys can offer some opinions on the order of stuff we can do. Because order is a very tough thing when it comes to this, because Sonic is basically a shotgun blast of content, and it ends up all over the place, and none of it's congruent with each other. Unless you believe Aaron Weber when he says everything is canon. Yes, please? Alright. So, still left. First off, it's worth noting, we finished the entire Genesis library, we finished the entire Game Gear library, finished, quote-unquote. We skipped out on a decent chunk of it. Any game that was gonna be boring and long and difficult, we sort of skipped out on. But we showed off everything. We marked off the Saturn section, I guess. We didn't play anything on Saturn because you can't emulate that console, and you can't really hook it up to a capture card very easily either, but we played a good chunk of it. And then we're also done with the Dreamcast. So we still have Sonic the Fighters, Sonic Heroes, Shadow the Hedgehog, and Riders. Unleashed PS2 and PS3 and mobile. We have Secret Rings, Black Knight, Riders Zero Gravity, Colors, all those are on Wii, and then on the 360, we've got Sonic 06 and Sonic Free Riders, which I haven't even fully decided if I'm going to be streaming yet. That game is very difficult to actually bother to stream. If I do anything about it, I might make it like a one-off video playing through it, maybe? I don't know. It's kind of hard to capture my voice when I'm not able to have a wired headset on. And then on Wii U, we've got Sonic Boom. And then on GBA, we've got... By the way, if it seems like I skipped a few modern ones, we'll get there. They're in a section marked PC, because that's the most stream-accessible version I own of them. But yeah, we've got Sonic Boom on Wii U, and then we have Advanced 1, 2, and 3, and Battle on Game Boy Advance. I'm not doing Pinball Party, because there's hardly any content in it. Like, it's a pinball game. I don't know what else I can say about it. And then we've got Rush and Rush Adventure, Chronicles, and Colors DS. And then we've got the 4 3DS games that I don't know if I can stream. We've got Rivals and Rivals 2. And we've got Pocket Adventure. And then we have, in the PC section, Sonic 4, Episodes 1, 2, and Episode Metal. And then Sonic Lost World. And then All-Stars Racing, maybe, if we decide we want to do it. Generations. And then, of course, Team Sonic Racing. Which I do own. I have never played it. And then, finally, the last couple of games, we've got Mania and Forces. And, of course, Forces DLC pack Episode Shadow. Which, like, man, that's gonna be like Whiplash getting to the end there. Because there's gonna be so much build-up, and it's gonna be like, hey guys, this is it. This is the last Sonic game. You guys ready for this to be over? And then it's Forces, and it sucks. I don't want to be, like, overly hard on Forces, but, like, oh my god. It's barely a video game. It's a disappointment is what it is. Let's be honest. It had so much going for it, and they dropped the ball really hard. But yeah, that's the whole list. How long do you think it'll take to stream every Sonic game? I don't know. A long time. I'm thinking this will probably take up most of the rest of the year. And, like, I do have other things planned after it, and if you don't know, I do have another series going on Castlevania, which is shaping up to end much sooner. Like, in comparison to that whole ass list of Sonic games that I have left to stream, this is the entirety of Castlevania we have left. Not much of a Castlevania fan. I mean, that's fair. The games are brutally difficult, so I can't blame anybody for not being able to get into them. But hey, I mean, if you want to come by and, like, maybe see some of the better games in the series, you know, we're going to be starting Symphony here in the next couple of weeks. Probably... I'll make an announcement on the Discord when it happens, but my best guess for Symphony starting is probably going to be the 13th, maybe? Maybe the 8th? One of those two dates? Of next month, of course. But yeah, I've been slowly making Robert a fan of the series. So if you want to just stop by and, like, hang out, talk with us, enjoy the games, you know, I mean, you don't have to be a fan of everything I stream. I'm sort of leaning towards, like, after, like, moving on to different franchises after we finish the current two. So, you know, I might do, like, Kirby streams in the future. Metroid is one I've been toying with the idea of. Phoenix Wright I've never played a Phoenix Wright game, so it would be Phoenix Wright but blind. which I think would be very entertaining. Um, but yeah, that's a bit off topic to what I was about to mention. In comparison to that whole massive list of Sonic games, with Castlevania, we just have to finish Rondo of Blood, which we are most of the way through right now. We probably have another stream or two left of it. And then Kid Dracula, which is probably going to be the last game I do. And then we just have to get through Chronicles, and that's the last of the classic-styled games. And then we have to do Symphony, Lament of Innocence, Curse of Darkness, Legacy of Darkness, Circle of the Moon, Harmony of Dissonance, Aria of Sorrow, Dawn of Sorrow, Portrait of Ruin, Order of Ecclesia, Judgment, Adventure Rebirth, Harmony of Despair, the Lords of Shadow trilogy, and then we're going to end off on the Bloodstained games. Like, that is so little in comparison to the behemoth of a list that Sonic is spitting at me. And, like, it's not even like, oh yeah, we've done more of Castlevania, because by far we've done more of Sonic. Like, Castlevania, we've only finished the classic games, which is the NES, the SNES, the Game Boy, and the Genesis games. Which, like, in comparison to Sonic, like, that's nothing. Oh yeah, I also need a new Discord image, or an image for the Discord. Currently, the Discord is Sonic Shuffle Stream is amazing. Yeah, I was saying earlier that Twitch kind of fucked up the VOD for it, like, real bad. So I'm gonna go through and fix it. It'll probably take me about a week or so to actually get that done. I still have, I have a lot. Went back and watched it again. Yeah, the audio gets so desynced that it hurts me. So I'm gonna fix that sometime in the next week or so. Yeah, extremely delayed. We're gonna see how well I can fix it, because there's parts of that just are beyond salvaging, you know? But I am going to try my best to resync the audio to at least a tolerable degree. Because I do think that was our best stream so far. Like, hands down, the best one. I think that'll probably also be the first highlight video I make, especially since I'll already be fucking picking it apart and watching it in the video editor, so I'll already be getting an idea of, like, what I want to highlight out of it. I really need to start making those highlight videos, because people would really enjoy them. I think I'm going to lean more towards, like, a Vinny style of doing it, you know? People won't watch them if the stream is fresh, but if the stream isn't super fresh, they will, you know, I guess, be more inclined to watch them, because they'll, even if they caught the stream live, they'll be like, hey, I remember that. I enjoyed that. Let's enjoy it again, you know? Vinny typically edits his, like, a year after the fact. It's kind of ridiculous. He's been getting, like, more recent lately, mainly because there's a lot of people who just don't watch his streams. Yeah, there it is! This is it. This is the perfect fucking Discord icon for my Discord. Thank you. It's so beautiful. Alright, I just gotta crop this real quick. Holy shit. I can't believe it's like straight up unloaded, like, pieces of their face. Not even their whole face, just like bits of it. God. Okay. I'm still setting it to a fucked up Sonic face, but, like, man, the Amy is really tempting here. Here, I'll just turn on desktop view while I do this. Because the Amy here, like, holy shit. God, it's so good. go ahead and oh, it's fucking, it's so beautiful. Oh my god. Here we go. We're gonna go ahead and we're gonna. It's there. Server settings. There it is. Sounding the background of the Tails one though. Here, let's see it. His eyelids are like half closed, and why is Tails' tail black? I don't get it. Yeah, let's go into the server settings here, and we're gonna change that icon finally. To give you an idea of how long that icon's been there, go to my channel and look for the FF3 streams. That's how long it's been there. There it is. Let's go with this one. We have to get the ears in there. It's perfect. There you go. That's it. That's the new icon. It's so beautiful. We're gonna pin that that Amy one too, because it's also really good. Finally, something to symbolize just exactly what this server is about. Let's take a look actually at the channel. Let's see how far back the FF3 streams are. Which, like, I left them up. I left all of the Final Fantasy streams up in case someone really wanted to go back and watch them for whatever reason. We finished FF1 and 2. I mean, there's some good shit in the FF2 playthrough. FF1 was like my first live streamed playthrough ever. So, actually, it's technically my second, because I streamed a partial playthrough of Dark Souls a while back, and then was getting really, really bad internet problems and decided to stop, because it just wasn't worth it, you know? I was trying to use YouTube at the time, so... But I was definitely way less entertaining back then. But the FF7's, or the FF2 streams are, pretty good. The FF3 streams were brutally boring, but yeah, it looks like FF3 was happening over a year ago? April of 2019, that's how long that Discord's been sitting inactive. We haven't used it in forever. I sort of retrofitted the old one to fit our, I guess our new Twitch audience. Because I gotta say, starting to stream Sonic was a very good idea. I knew that there were a lot of Sonic fans that I got along with. I don't tend to interact with fan bases online a whole bunch. You know, I've had a bunch of really negative experiences with a bunch of people. But, I'm sorry, hold on. Is this video listed? Holy shit, it is listed! I relisted my Danganronpa shitpost. I should not have done that. But yeah, I knew that, like, I would generally get along with Sonic fans as long as, like, you know, the topic was more controlled than just bitching about the games or whatever. But, like, actually cultivating your own audience on Twitch is actually kind of fun. There's no way that video is listed, right? Right? Oh no, it is listed. I have a bunch of fucking shit posts all over my channel. I've purged a lot of the old videos, but a lot of the newer ones, yeah, a lot of the shit posts remain. Yeah. I am indeed a man of culture. Danganronpa is probably, like, one of my single favorite, pieces of media ever produced. It is so fucking good. And the fan base around it is very odd because they both love the games and then don't care about spoiling it in any fashion. Yeah, it's getting to be about 1 a.m., you know, getting to be pretty late. Unless we can think of anything else. But yeah, I encourage you to take a look through the channel, see what kind of weird shit you can find in there, because there's definitely some weird old shit on here that I haven't even ever talked about. Like, the fucking RPG that I was developing but canceled before it really even got off the ground or had any unique assets in any way. It's just sort of like the chapter 0 of like an RPG that I was going to write and then didn't. Who knows? Maybe someday I'll get like, cause I do have I don't want to call it like a team, quote unquote. It's me and a friend, and we've been sort of working on a fun project as of recently. I guess not recently. We sort of put it on hold, but it's gonna be a fun dating sim that I hope everyone will enjoy. I don't know if I want to go out and say any big details about it, especially since he's not here to supervise or give his input. We'll see if I can ever get him on stream to talk about it, because that would be a lot of fun. I can close that. Yeah, we are getting pretty late into the stream. Is there anything else you can think of? Any like major topics of discussion, or any last thoughts, I guess? Last little bits. Sonic is fast. You are correct. Unbelievable. It's this amazing revelation I've had. So yeah, sent the beta title screen image. Let's take a look at it. Ha! Ah, that's scary. I don't like that. His eyes aren't centered. Look at this. His eyes are in no way centered how they're supposed to be. It has a fucking derp face. Holy shit. I love it. I guess this is the perfect screen to end on. So yeah, Saturday night, I almost said tomorrow night, we are finishing Castlevania Rondo of Blood / Dracula X Chronicles. So if you feel like showing up to that and just hanging out and having some fun, I would certainly appreciate. Yeah, and then the next Sonic game up is probably Heroes. I'll keep you up to date on the Discord. Do I stream it every day? It's sort of every other day. I do have, there's a channel called Stream Time, if you want to check the schedule there. Tuesdays and Thursdays are Sonic, and then Monday and Saturday is Castlevania, and it's sort of shaped up like that because I added Castlevania later. I should probably add to this message PST, because that's the time zone I use, and it would be confusing for anyone in any other time zone to be reading what this stream schedule means. But yeah, no, I stream sort of every other day. Monday and Tuesday are back-to-back. You're in EST, so yeah, probably, what's that, 1 a.m. for you? Yeah, almost 4 a.m. I mean, yeah, I sort of expect to get people from all over. I would love to start streaming earlier, but sadly, I can barely keep the 10 a.m. stream time, or 10 p.m. stream time, because my Wi-Fi is not exclusively mine, you know? It can only really handle, like, one big thing at a time, and my parents watch Netflix at night. And holy fuck, does that kill any chance I have of, like, doing anything on the internet. Especially streaming. Like, I've tried to just push through it once, and it always ends up with a stream like the Sonic Shuffle stream. Which, granted, that wasn't happening during Sonic Shuffle, that was just my internet collapsing in on itself for whatever reason. But it has happened before. The Adventure stream was like a major example of it. I just started streaming while they were still up, and they were just doing, you know, they were watching Netflix out in the living room, and the bandwidth was like, no, I'm not having it. I'm done with this. But yeah, I think that's about it for tonight. So yeah, Castlevania on Saturday night. I hope to see you there. Can't think of anything else we really need to be talking about here. So yeah, I think we're good to end it off. So again, Castlevania tomorrow night, and then Heroes next Tuesday. So I hope to see you there, and I hope you have a good night. Thanks for coming out and watching.